Very proud of our guys for putting the punctuation on the last game. I guess it's not the regular season, but the last Pac-12 game of the year. Very difficult to beat a team twice, especially a team the caliber of Oregon. They're a heck of a group. They got a ton of talent. And for our guys to be able to do that 13 days ago and then turn around and do it again, that's just let you know how tough those guys are, how determined, and the high character level that these guys have. It's been a pleasure to coach them all year long. What we've been through this year is has been the most difficult year of my coaching career in many respects. And our guys and our leadership couldn't have done it without those guys and the leaders and the seniors and the upperclassmen who did such a great job all season long of persevering. Our mantra after the tragedy was, we're not going to get over it, but we'll get through it. And I believe our guys really did that. And like I said, couldn't be more proud of them. I haven't seen the final numbers, but I know that our defense was suffocating up until, they got a few yards in the fourth quarter, but I think they only had like 150 yards through three, if I read the board right, something like that. And Cam Rising, what a story that kid's been this year. Was the second string quarterback the first three games. And just persevered, prepared like he was the starter, had a great attitude. And when he got his shot, he made the most of it, and the rest is history. And so it's a history-making football team at Utah. We've never won the Pac-12, and so proud of them for that. And in the convincing fashion that they did it, if you would have told me that after three games that we're going to be here right now, I would have said you're crazy. But these guys just buckled down, and what did we go, 9-1, I guess, the rest of the way after those first three. And so couldn't be more proud, and just a year that's filled with so many ups and downs. And Ty and Aaron, we love those two young men, and they were with us tonight. I'm positive of that they were here. So questions?
Obviously, Devin Lloyd, wins the MVP. Can you speak to his impact and his value for this team over the course of the season and then as well tonight?
Yeah, his impact and value cannot be overstated. I mean, he is such a leader, such a pure talent. He could have come out last year and been a first or second round draft choice. I think he's probably played his way into the top 10 or 12 in the first round now. That's what I'm hearing. And he came back, and he was a man on a mission. He wanted to win the championship. He wanted to be an All-American. He had these goals. We sat down, and he told me all of his goals when we had the meeting about a year ago, just a little over a year ago, when he was making that decision. He says, I'm coming back, and here's why, and here's what I want to accomplish. And he's checked every box so far.
Kyle, obviously you've been in this scenario before, not the winning side, but the Pac-12 Championship. What do you think it was that was so different with your team this time around? It seemed like they just didn't let anything faze them, even with the 2 turnovers.
Yeah, well, just that. They handled adversity all season long. The resiliency that they've shown all season long has been incredible. A handful of our guys were with us for those 2 previous championship games, 18 and 19. Devin and Cove and maybe another 10 or 12 guys, and so they were not to be denied this time around, and they had a big influence on the rest of the football team, and really the practices all season long were outstanding, and especially when we started to get some momentum. And they wouldn't have it any other way. This team was governed from within, and I can't say enough good things about the leadership and the coaching staff. I think we got one of the best assistant coaching staffs in the country. Morgan Scally and Andy Ludwig did a great job playing off of their game plans from 13 days ago and adding some little subtle changes and some tweaks and some modifications that really complemented what we did 13 days ago, and it was it was great to see that game plan come to fruition. Of course, it's the players who execute it, but couldn't be more proud of our staff, and that's not only the coordinators, but all the position coaches all the way through.
Kyle, you were telling us coming into this game that you guys were probably going to see a Oregon team that was a lot more motivated after what you guys did to them 2 weeks ago. Just now seeing of what you've done now, what was kind of the difference to where you guys did this again to this Oregon team?
Well, we had the same mentality and mindset and focus and that look in their eye that they had 2 weeks ago, and I think in either of those games, I don't think it would have mattered who we were playing. These guys were absolutely locked in, and and on a mission, and they were not going to be denied. And as talented and as good a football team as Oregon is, I mean, they beat Ohio State at Ohio State. They were third in the nation at one time, and they're a talented crew. And but our guys, I guess I don't know how you can say it, but they were very determined, very motivated.
Josh Newman, Salt Lake Tribune.
I know you, Josh. You don't have to introduce yourself. Okay, the rules are rules. All right.
On the opening drive, you guys get stuffed on 3rd and 1. You go on 4th and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Cam picks it up. Was that moment important in terms of setting, the tone that you wanted for the night?
Absolutely, and we played it aggressively, and we were, and really the last 8 ball games we've opted to take the ball 7 or 8 games in a row, and that just is more of that kind of mentality and that attitude. And our offense had so much confidence as the season went on that I personally thought they were going to score every possession, and they ended up, I think, the last 7 or 8 games of the year, we might have led the nation in points per possession, or at least in the top 5. And that play really set the tone, and we ended up scoring a touchdown on the opening drive, and I can't remember how many 4th downs we went for tonight, 2 or 3, but I think we converted every one of them. And so that's a credit to the offensive line too, because those situations are really where you lean on your offensive line and get that push that you need to get the first down.
Coach, obviously, in every game you go in with a certain set of expectations and certain set of goals in your game plan. What tonight was the most unexpected thing for you?
Unexpected. I don't know if I can name one, because as you put the plan together and you analyze it and you go over it and over it and over it, and you try to see or visualize the outcomes and how each play complements and sets up another play. I don't think there's anything offensively or defensively or special teams wise for that matter that really was a surprise tonight. It went very close to as planned. I mean, I don't know if there's anything that I could give you an answer to or an answer that was something that we didn't expect. But just because you expect it doesn't mean it's going to happen. But that's what we expected to happen.
Kyle Whittingham with ESPN. Obviously a very pro-Utah crowd today. At what point did you realize how skewed it was going to be in your favor, and what'd you make of the venue change overall?
During warm-ups, it was incredible. I mean, it was 5-1 is what it looked like during warm-ups, and then when the game actually started, it was probably still close to that, 4-1, 3-1. But it was definitely a crowd in our favor. Appreciate our crowd. They've been awesome all year long. The crowd at Rice Eccles 13 days ago for that Oregon game was the best environment I've ever been in, and this was just a great show of support from our fans. I promise you one thing: they're going to travel to the Rose Bowl. I guarantee you that.
Steve Bartle, Ute Zone. I guess I'll follow the rules as
Okay.
well.
Yeah. You look like the guy on Ted Lasso, by the way. The guy that yeah. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Your tight end group. We've talked about them a lot this season. 2 weeks ago, it was Brant Keithy. Tonight, it was Dalton Kincaid through the air. Just their ability to impact the game in both phases. Just what did that mean to your offense tonight?
It's been huge for us, not only tonight, but all season long. We think that's the best trio of tight ends in the country. You'll be hard-pressed to find any team that's got 3 guys that are as talented as those 3. And, like you said, Brant was not as prominent tonight as Dalton, but every week it's, all 3 of those guys as a group always bring great results, and it's an elite group. It's an elite group. We might lose them all. They may all turn to the NFL. If so, we wish them well. But they were really the I don't want to say the core of the offense this year, but they were huge. And we played so many 2 and 3 tight end sets. We had to lead the nation in 2 and 3 tight end sets, and it's because of their talent level.
Kyle, I'm sure that the emotions right now are still new and raw, but Pac-12 coaches are always trying to get to the Rose Bowl, right? That's the goal. Does it feel like you've gotten to the pinnacle as a Pac-12 head coach right now?
Well, certainly a great feeling, and it's something we've been working towards for a long time. We've been in the league, 10 years now, 11 years, and it's been a process. And we got in the league, we knew we were going to have to, have some things improve. Our roster, we had to the perimeter, the skilled players. We knew we were a little behind there, facilities, budget, but we've just been working away at it ever since we joined the league. And this is the culmination of a lot of years of hard work and effort, not only by us, by our administration, by everybody involved. It takes a lot of people to make this thing go.